American Airlines just reporting. I want to get straight over to Phil LeBeau with those numbers. Also, he's got a big interview with the CEO of that company, Robert Isom. Of course, as everyone's talking about government bailouts of airlines, too. Phil.
We'll talk about that, Andrew. Robert?
Well,
thank you for joining us on a day where smaller than expected loss for the first quarter, record revenue, topped estimates out there. I think the question that a lot of people have, we knew that the first quarter for all the airlines would be rough. What's your outlook in terms of how much of the increase in jet fuel prices are you able to recover through higher fares?
Well, Phil, I want to thank our team. They did a remarkable job, challenging circumstances, produced record revenue for the first quarter, up 10.8% year over year. Anticipating strength in the second quarter, 15% year over year. Sign that what we're working on is producing the results. In terms of fuel, yep, a big impact to the first quarter. We estimated almost $400 million. So remarkable that we're able to improve margins in that kind of condition. As we move out to the year, I think that we're about 50% that we can recover. And hopefully, as we move out through the end of the year, in the 90s and beyond. So we're going to recover. But key to that is just supply and demand balance. We're going to be quick to make sure that we adjust our flying if we need to.
So there will be some higher airfares, likely in the second half, if elevated fuel prices remain.
Yes.
Bottom line, do you have a percentage? Would you say 15%, 20%?
No, Phil, what we're going to do is make sure that we're serving our customers in the fashion that they want to fly. And so we're really pleased with what's going on with premium traffic, giving customers a reason to do more with us and to get value for what they pay. I think that strength is going to continue. And as we look out into the year, the demand strength is very, very strong.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the last week and a half, the reports that United Airlines, Scott Kirby, has suggested to the White House, look, United should buy American. It would be the smart move for United and for the industry to consolidate and take in American. You heard the president on Squawk Box doesn't like the idea. Do you see any scenario where either with United Airlines or with another major airline, American could see itself merging or buying another carrier?
Now, American's got a strong business plan. And I just want to say that merging the world's two largest airlines together, that was a non-starter from the get-go. We take any inquiry seriously. But at the end of the day, there's no way to view that as anything but anti-competitive, bad for customers, ultimately bad for American Airlines, bad for our team. So we're not pursuing any talks.
Was there any formal inquiry, or was this just the reports that were out there?
You know what? I'm not going to get into details, but I'll tell you, it was a non-starter from the get-go. And every bit of information that we've received, any input from, as you can imagine, politicians and beyond, has been this is a bad idea.
Let's talk about what's happening in Washington with the DOT likely structuring a deal for the government to take a sizable stake in Spirit, basically a bailout. I've yet to come across anybody aside from the president who says this is a good idea. What do you think?
Well, we're not interested in Spirit. Our business models aren't compatible. We've told the administration that if they were to need some help with stranded customers or even their team members, we'd be, or our assets, we'd be in the marketplace for that. But we're not interested. And if I take a step back, you take a look at the times in which the government has helped with the industry. It was 9/11, and it was the pandemic. And I want to give great credit for the Trump administration for actually helping out with the payroll support program, because that really stabilized the airline industry.
Sure, during the pandemic.
I don't know if conditions like this warrant it, but I can say that we're not interested. And if you take a look at why we're in this situation, Spirit really got held up with a JetBlue potential merger that was squashed by the Biden administration. I think that is an issue. We were hurt in that as well. We had the Northeast Alliance that, by the same court, was ruled against. That would have really helped JetBlue and American.
So, bottom line, when it comes to the Spirit potential government stake in them, do you think it's a bad idea?
We're not interested.
Not you, yeah. but is it a bad idea for the U.S. government to take a stake?
I'm going to leave that to the administration.
In terms of alliances, real quick, want to ask you about, I know you guys are in discussions with Alaska about revenue sharing, perhaps on some of the international routes. How likely is it that we see some fruition with that?
Well, we've worked with Alaska for a number of years. For the last decade, I've been working with Ben Minicucci. We've brought them into One World. We've established this West Coast International Alliance, which has been fantastic for consumers. we're always looking for a way to do more. They've been fiercely, independent in the way they operate. But if there's an opportunity, they're a great partner, and I look forward to working with them.
Robert Isom, CEO of American Airlines. No shortage of news, things happening. Guys, we'll send it back to you.